Ladies and gentlemen, we live. POV Podcast, December 1st. We're back in full effect, as you can see. The original setting is up. The original members are here. The guys are here. We're going to start on my left. I'm going to let my brothers introduce themselves. You know who I am. You know who my brother, Magic Card is. I'm going to let my brothers introduce themselves. Starting from the left. It's going to skip me and G. Go to the end. Take it away, brother.
Peace to the entire world. Most people call me Mr. Atlas. I'm known as Coach Atlas. My government name is Asar. I am a strength coach, a curator of competent movement. I am a trainer, a program director at Architect Studios in Montclair. So pretty much what I like to do is I have a screening assessment that we do for asymmetries or injuries or imbalances, making sure that your body is prepared for what we ask it to do via fitness. So pretty much I'm a strength coach, I'm a curator of competent movement, and I'm a program director at Architect Studios in Montclair, New Jersey.
Heard the brother.
What's going on, world? My name is Mike. I'm with Vital Vegan. We bring you fresh sea moss from Jamaica, fresh herbs. We bring you sarsaparilla, sour sap, strongback, all wild crafted herbs. We have a vegan cafe in Teaneck. Come by, check it out. We're going to do workshops there where we teach people how to cook and how to make herbal tonics and teas.
You heard what the brother said. Come on by. Support the business. Don't just see him up here and be like, okay, give him his flowers while he's here. Come support the brother's business. Skip me, you know me. You know me already. Just your humble host. Peace and prosperity. Brother.
Blessings.
Take it away, my man.
Yeah. This is Janice, co-owner of the Blueberry Cafe. We also have the Zucchini Bar and the Aquafit, which is the personalized gym water bar. And we just bring the plant-based lifestyle in Newark, New Jersey. And we're here today just chopping it up and having a good time.
Need I say more? You see the panel. You see why we here. You see why everybody can't come up here. Sorry if I'm going funk flex on you. Let's talk health and fitness for a minute. Last time we had the interesting panel. We talked about the food and how it works. So today we're gonna get a little deeper. We're gonna talk about herbs, physique, fitness. My brother here specialized. You heard what he said. My brother here, herbalologist, Mike, herbalologist. Jamaica for the sea moss. That's where we getting our stock from. Mike. I like Big Mike, like the man say on the wood. Let's jump right into it. Start with the big general. I call him the big general. How has, herbs, the herbal medicine, well, I just say the herbs, makes better sense, Stephen A. Smith voice. How has the herbs, benefited the human body, or your human body? How has it helped you? How has it changed you? Give the information to the people so, hopefully you can get through somebody who's eating oxtails right now.
Yeah, the herbs, it being electrical and the body being electrical is just the best thing for the body, And it's no other way once you get into it, because the way you feel, the things you do, your performance, as a matter of fact, you perform better as you're older. You realize it to when you was younger, The herbs is second to none once you start doing the plant-based lifestyle. As I said, your body is electric and the herbs is electric. So once you get into that lifestyle, it is a lifestyle, it's not a fad or just something you do. It just becomes part of you. The same way other people have their lifestyle, they eat and they drink without a second thought, it's the same way we do with the herbs and with the plant-based lifestyle. So it's no other choice. You have no choice. It's just like a drug addict. That's why he need that stuff. So what we doing, you just run off that, you function off that, you don't think about anything else.
Herbs alone.
Yeah, just the herbs and anything natural, plant-based. That's what we're talking about. No chemicals, no Red Bull, no 5-hour energy. Just water alone. Room temperature water, good quality water, and you could move. And your mindset, it's just 100%, never fails.
Now you said room temperature water. What's the difference between the room temperature water and the cold water?
What does it have a defect on your body the way you?
Yes, it does. The thing about it is your body temperature is always one way. It always, I don't want to say fight to do that. You know, like 98.6 degrees or 98.7 degrees. And for anything to be assimilated, it must come to your body temperature. So even if you're taking hot food and it's hotter than your body temperature, it has to be assimilated at the body's temperature. So when you drink cold water, it has to go down to that, and then it has to be assimilated. Because if you notice your urine wouldn't come out hot. I don't care how cold you drink something, or food or whatever. Even your stool is heat, you see? Because you're dealing with energy, and it's heat. So everything has to be at that particular temperature. You measure your armpits, your mouth, you know, the thermometer would read the same. Because and the body does that effortlessly. That's why anytime it go above, they say you run into a fever or it drop, you understand, it becomes critical. How does your body do it? You know, it has that balance. So it's very, very important that you drink things either room temperature but once you start putting ice on all these things, it's not a natural. No, it's not a natural
Brother Mike,
cold stuff.
what about you, man? How's the herbs helped you, man?
Well, it just it helped me lose weight. One, I was 236 pounds, so I dropped down to 142. Increased the elasticity in my skin, blood flow, mental clarity. Because I mean, I believe that the herbs have the last of the minerals on earth that we need. We're not getting it from the food that we eat. Even if we get organic like wild rice or garbanzo beans, it's still grown like mass production. It's not grown in the mountains. It's not grown naturally where it could absorb all the minerals, and it's still rushed. So like even if I go and get organic kale, you know, it's hydroponically grown, fed organic chemicals or something like that. So the herbs now is natural. They come from the ground. They're not grown fast. You got to go and hunt it. You got to go and hunt the sea moss, and that's what the animals do. If you want to be as big as an ox, you want to eat what the ox eats. You know, they eat the herbs, they eat the greens, they eat the grass. Same with the elephant, same with a hippo or rhino.
So all these animals are plant-based?
Yeah, yeah.
The strongest animals are plant-based?
Yes, elephant has 15,000 pounds of muscle, eats all plants. A rhino eats all plants. Cows, oxes, like cows in Jamaica will hunt this one tree that gets this one fruit and just eat it all the time. And that's what normally we would do. If we found a fruit tree, we'd stop there, we'd eat a bunch of fruits, and then we'd keep it moving. We'd eventually digest the seeds, poop them out, they'll grow another tree. And then we keep it moving.
So, in your opinion, or your expertise, I should say, what are the most important herbs?
I don't think you should have one more than the other, but the most important ones to me is sea moss.
Okay.
You know,
Why sea moss?
because it's just packed with so many minerals from the ocean. It's a sea vegetable, you know. So that combined with like kelp, bladderwrack, and then like a regular herb on land that I would recommend is like even fever grass. Anything high in iron, sarsaparilla, very high in iron, yellow dock, but you never want to get your body dependent on them. You know? Sea moss, I don't think you're gonna get dependent on. It's just
They don't really have a taste.
I believe that's just my belief. You know, that's just my opinion. I don't believe your body will get dependent on sea moss. I believe that you're just gonna give it all the necessary minerals it needs to do what it needs in the body, because that's how the body heals itself. You give it all the necessary minerals, and then it does what it needs to do. You know, you could focus on like one place of the body, like the brain. You give someone like blue vervain or something for the nerves and the neurons, but you can target that. But I still think you still need the minerals because you're going to be cleansing up.
So it's just a balance of all the herbs in itself. They all got a job to do. And
yeah, because they all absorb different things in the ground. You know, like through anthroposis. So the plants and the roots, they might absorb gold. They might absorb silver. You know, so it depends on what season also, you know. So
Never
Like-
informative, my brother.
You know, if there's no Damiana or Ramgoat growing right now, it's because the season in Jamaica wouldn't call for that necessarily in the human body. You know, say it's the cold time coming.
That's pretty dope, though.
You know, if it's a cold time coming, you might see elderberries grow. Because you're going to need that in the system. You kind of want to go with the herbs of the season.
Brother Atlas.
Yes, sir. For me personally, Janice knows the only place I eat is Blueberry. I've been telling, I didn't tell people about how I felt for at least a year until I was eating the food and subscribing to Dr. Sebi's nutritional recommendation. This is the best I felt in my entire life. He said mental clarity. I always say I'm cognitively clicking on a level that I've never been clicking on before.
Say that again, brother. Just slow it down. Cause hey, brother, brother. I'm smooth, but I'm the smoothest thing I heard in a long time. Say that again. Say the last part again. Use that one, brother.
I'm cognitively clicking on a level like I never have before.
I want for the ladies. I like that.
No more mental fog. Even if I only get about, let's say 3 to 5 hours of sleep, I still get up and it's like, all right, let's move. It's time to move. Whereas prior to me being on Dr. Sebi's nutritional recommendation or CMOS, and I would literally wake up and just like punch the pillows for like about 30 seconds. Like, all right, come on, let's go, let's get up. Now I wake up and I'm like, all right, let's move. It's time to move.
Second nature.
So yeah, like I'm just good to go. So my quality of sleep is better. I feel like I capacitate information like way more fluently. The analogy I always use is I feel like I'm in the Matrix and I'm watching people throw punches and it's just easy to see it and then just move and just
But you got the brothers in the Matrix over here. You didn't think about the brothers. Dennis got the brothers in the Matrix.
Let's do it.
Dennis got the brothers in the Matrix. So the way that you eat, the herbs, again, all these things play a part in our day-to-day physical abilities.
Yes, sir.
From
Yes,
like I said, the herbs, the season, what it requires, Genesis, everything, everything that we do, basically, food determines the performance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even the mental. So
Yes,
because
sir.
we as men, a lot of times though, we'll think that meat is what's needed to make us stronger. Meat is what's needed to make us, I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? I eat my steak. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against
So
it.
that's like the old information. That's just like analogously when we talk about like fitness, a lot of the collegiate coaches or high school coaches, they're still training like the 70s. So
Yeah,
they still
they
have
got
people
pumping a lot
doing
of
like
iron.
sit-ups. They still having people doing bench press. Whereas today we have information that tells you if I give you the bench press, I have the potential to rob mobility of your shoulders. So a football player needs quick hands. If I put you on your back until you press that weight up, I'm actually impeding your ability to do your job. We didn't know that in the 70s. We know that today. So why would I give you the bench press when I know there's a better way? We didn't know about meat and cancer and things like that in the 70s, or maybe there was information linked to it, but now it's more prevalent. So today we know a better way. So why would I give you that for protein when the body is made of 102 or 108 minerals? But protein is not one of those at all.
So let's get it out the Steve A. Smith voice.
So let them get into that.
Let's get it out the way. Let's put it on the table. Let's put it on the table.
Well, protein.
Is protein a myth?
Alright, well, this is what we know. There's less than 1% of protein in the woman's breast milk.
Less than 1%. I just want to be clear. Folks flex, let's be clear here. Let's be clear. It's less than 1% of
That's
protein in. So why do women breastfeed? Is it the enzyme? Like, why do women breastfeed?
it's not why they breastfeed, it's that protein's not needed in the human body to grow.
So this milk does a body good campaign was a myth.
Of course. So was breakfast.
Mm.
You know, like, we're the only species to drink another human's milk, another
Yes.
animal's milk.
Yeah.
Like, who was the first one to go up to a cow and be like, all right, let me indulge in that?
Right.
So milk is no good.
No-
Any and all milk is no good.
Unless it's from, like, seeds, hemp seeds.
Hemp seeds.
Hemp milk is
Nuts,
good.
hemp milk, if you make it at your house, you know. I don't recommend the almonds over here because they're much different in Trinidad or Jamaica. They're
It's two
tiny.
different things.
You know, over here it's 3 times the size.
So over here, they're genetically modified. Is you telling me?
Yes, yes. And Yeah, we don't need cow's milk. Like, there's pus in there. It's from a female cow that's pregnant, and that's to make a baby cow big. Every time you drink milk, the FDA regulates how much milk, how much pus could be in there. I think it's like 1,200 parts per million of pus that is allowed to be in your milk.
And the schools pump this to the children.
Yeah, and that's why they get big. And actually, when you drink milk, it's acidic. So to neutralize that, your body pulls calcium from your bones.
That's why athletes break so many bones.
Stay here. Now, the FDA tells you that milk prevents osteoporosis and breakages of bones.
Right.
What you just said, America leads the world in breakages of bones. They also lead the world in importing and exporting milk.
Talk to the streets, brother. You see what I'm saying? This is what I do. We make the calls. We get the guys needed up here to get the people the information. We don't deal with rhetoric. Fellas, I'm gonna start with you since we started with the OG last time. What got you on this journey, on a health journey?
Man.
What was it a sickness? What changed your life, brother?
All right, so this might be a little bit personal, but I'll take it there. So,
Hold on. You heard what the brother said. What we got? He's coming up here. They telling real life stories.
yes, sir.
Elaborate, brother.
My high school girlfriend, so I'm going back 20-something years.
Okay. Dealing with heartbreak too, family. Shout out to the meat eaters. Let me get the heartbreak. I'm sorry about that.
Guess I was 21. She said she was pregnant. We had a son. His name is Karan Jabril. I named him after one of my little brothers.
Okay.
The moment she said she was pregnant, I stopped everything. So this is 1995, 96. So I used to smoke cigarettes. I used to drink Old English. I used to eat chicken and French fries. The moment she said she was pregnant, I went cold turkey on everything. I was like, yo, somebody's coming that you got to be here for. So that started my journey. I didn't automatically give up milk. I didn't automatically give up fish. So I still was on pizza, ice cream, fish. But my thing was, don't eat no red meat. Don't drink no more Old English. You good. Stop with all that. Drink more water. Start training. Come to find out when he was 3 that he was not mine biologically.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's great because it put me on this journey. So I'm not mad at it at all. I'm happy because what I was doing at that point in time, one of my homeboys, we call him El Cap, he said I was rolling with a 20, meaning if I got stopped by the police, dude, you getting 20 years at least. So when she said she was pregnant, I stopped everything. I gave up meat. I gave up everything. So that put me here. So I'm 45 today. That put me here. So I'm grateful that she lied.
Hey, you know, clap it for the brother, please, because personal story, and it changed your life. My brother.
Yeah, that's
I'm
definitely
happy to see the brother here, man. I'm happy you're here, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Mike, what got you on this journey, Mike?
I just got to 236. My wife was pregnant. My daughter was about to be born in January. This was about November. And I was just looking at the scale and I was like, man, I know better. You know, so I just, I always researched Dr. Sebi. And then the first thing I did was just stop drinking.
Okay.
And then I went from 236 to like 190. Just from cutting out alcohol.
Just alcohol alone.
Alcohol and fast food, just...
What you was drinking beer?
Yeah. Come home from work, you know, you come...
Come on, working nice, bro, out the refrigerator. I got you, Mike.
It was the...
Kick the feet up, nice, bro.
You go to work, you work 10, 12 hours, you come home, you drink a beer or two, and then, you know, maybe eat, then you're going to drink another 2.
Yeah, you drink about a 6-pack.
You know, on the weekends, you drink like some Captain Morgan, plus I was drinking that with soda, and not realizing that that sugar is what bloats you up. You know, in the body, quick, like your body doesn't assimilate with that. It just stores it up, the high fructose corn syrup from the soda, the sugar from the alcohol, and it's like so acidic, you know, it's like a 3.2. So, I stopped that, then I went into like intermittent fasting, dropped down to like 180, and then I watched What the Hell. But I knew that was coming. Like, once it came out, I was just like, I'm waiting. I waited, told the whole family, my friends. I was like, look, are you guys going to be with this? I'm going to watch it Sunday. My mom made some oxtails. I ate that, watched the thing, and I was like, oh, man.
Oxys was good.
I ate one more plate. I ate one more plate right there. And then that was 2.5 years ago. I never ate meat again.
2.5 years, impressive, my brother.
Yeah. Never touched a piece, never bit into it, nothing, never smelled it, nothing. No meat, no milk. accidentally like eating like milk in within products, like transitioning. I would get like potato chips, and then you read the back. It was just like may contain milk. You know, cause like dipping in milk, soaking in milk before they fry it. I went to like Smash Burger, found out there was like egg noodles in the veggie burger. Same thing at like Cheesecake Factory. You get an avocado toast. They got eggs or milk in the bread. You know.
So basically, these people are lying.
They're not lying, but they're saying it's like a vegetable burger. But you gotta really dig deep, you know. Or like you get an avocado toast. They're not saying this doesn't have egg in it or this doesn't have milk. You know,
because their definition of vegetarian and things like that.
It's just no meat.
Like for me, a vegan is an activist thing about animals. It don't really have nothing to do with health at all.
right, and with this is about health.
Right.
You
Like
know.
a vegetarian is you consume primarily vegetables, but it's been co-opted to mean something else. So then you have the lacto-ovo vegetarians and the pescatarians and all that other stuff.
The main thing is just try to get plant-based, and it's hard for like the servers. Like I asked the chef a few times, like, does this have this in there? No, it doesn't. We have a vegan chef. He gets the vegan burger all the time. They came back. I had the food on my table. He was like, actually, the noodles they use in the burger contains eggs.
Yeah, it looks like we're dealing with big business over here.
Yeah.
No, it's just, and you know, now you got all this vegan stuff that is vegan, but it's all made in a lab. So it's
Like the
like,
Impossible Burger.
like all that stuff. So I'm sorry to say, but I almost think it's better to eat what you were eating, the chicken, than eat it like something so synthetically made in a lab, because your body really has no idea what it is.
Right, it's not going to
You know,
recognize that
so
stuff at all.
when your body's trying to assimilate, it's just like, where do I put this? You know, do I store this up for cancer? Do I store this up for a tumor? Do I digest this?
Right.
Do I just put this on the back burner and deal with the acid right now? At least with the chicken that you've been eating your whole entire life,
Right, your
body
body know
might-
what to do with it.
yes. But it does cause harm to the
Yes, sir.
environment and all that, but it might be more detrimental to your body, so.
My brothers, man. My brothers is powerful. What got me on my journey was just I just didn't wanna be fat. Like I've been an athlete my whole life. I had a big scare in high school. I was ineligible because I had high blood pressure. So I couldn't play. Then when I went to see my physician, they said I had to go to a heart specialist because one of my valves wasn't working properly. And I just wanted to be better. I wanted to be better mentally, physically, sexually. I just wanted to be better. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I said sexually. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be better. I know I have a wife and kid. I wanted to be better. And by the grace of the Most High, thank you. Today I'm better. Got you on your journey, my brother.
What got me on my journey was in my family, everybody from my grandmother, both of my grandmothers, and my grandfather, and my mother, and my father, all had diabetes, right? So I was trying to figure out, like, how is this possible? What's going on? So I'm figuring everybody taking insulin, everybody. So my thing was like, all right, the insulin isn't curing it. It's not making it go away. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, so the insulin, I watched my father take insulin 30 years. So I'm like, yo, like, it's not curing it. It's not going away. So that can't be the answer. So now I'm just like, all right, you know, like, what is he doing? So now it start coming to me. It's the food eating. It's the sugar, high blood pressure. All this stuff's going on. So I'm like, yo, I don't want that. I want to live past 55. I want to live past 60. I want to live past 70. I want to live good. You understand what I'm saying? I want to travel the world. There's a lot of things I want to do. So then, at that point in time, I want to say a couple of years ago, when I first started, I weighed about probably 255. I was like 255 when I first started to say like, all right, I'm about to get it together. And then so I just changed regular stuff. I stopped eating. I still was eating everything I was eating. I just halfway. I was like, all right, let me. Instead of getting 2 donuts, I'm gonna get 1. You know what I mean? Instead
Brother, cut back on the food, okay.
I started cutting enough. I'm not doing enough. So I'm like, all right, well, you know, let's give up soda. So now I just start giving up everything. I started giving up everything. And then now I'm just here with it. Now I'm at the point where now I just want to go full plant based. Like that's my full goal right now.
You know what?
Just go full plant based.
I don't know if it's the energy. Clap it up for the brother. You want to go full plant based? Yeah, my brother Sincere on the show. Big General.
Well,
Say best for last. What got you on this journey, General?
I ain't know about the best for last thing.
Be modest, man. Modest, man.
You know, coming from Trinidad and Tobago, we hang out a lot, you know, we lime, what we call linemen. And we eat a lot of wild meat. On the island, we eat everything from manikou to, you know, agouti, you name it. Alligator is open season and everything. So I grew up in that culture. And, you know, drinking liquor and stuff because we party all the time. You know, the carnival season is like 2 months straight and, you know, that's what we do. You know, it's normal. And I always wanted to get involved in health. It was always to the back of my mind, you know. Then one of the things I always wanted to get was a six-pack. I never had that. I used to have the six-pack of beer, but never, you know, the stomach and stuff. Yeah, so that was one thing. And then one day, I used to be a bartender too, so liquor was always around. And then one day I discovered my legs start puffing like varicose veins. You know, I used to love peanuts. When I go to movies, I would just eat like, I just need like 2-3 pounds of peanuts. And I sit right there. Our shows is like two movies. That's how we do it back home. So you sit down for 2 movies. I wouldn't get up eating peanuts. But peanuts destroys your veins. Yeah, especially that thing called peanut. Here they call peanuts meaning everything. I'm talking about the peanut itself, you know. So I didn't know. But anyway, I had the opportunity when I migrated to the States in 2006. My sister, she was going to the health food store at Corona's on South Orange Ave. You know, so I was in the car. I just came up maybe like 2 days. And I saw the health food store. So I was interested. I said, you know what, I wanted to do this. So let me inquire if the guy hiring. And so I spoke with him. And he said, yeah, you know, you could come and work. And I started my journey from there. And one of the first things I did was the Master Cleanse, which is by Stanley Burroughs. People know it as the lemonade diet. So at the time, you know, was the lemons I know is different to the lemons here. The lemons we know is the green rough skin one. Over here is a yellow thing. But anyway, it consists of lemon juice, the cayenne pepper, the maple syrup, grade B maple syrup, you know, and water. And you just fast. That was the first fast I ever did in my life. You know, because I being Scorpio, I jump into everything cold turkey and just like draconian, which is dangerous. But I did it for 21 days straight.
What, fasting?
Yeah, man. First fast I ever did was the Master Cleanse. I dropped 65 pounds. I was 205. So I got small and I was working out and stuff. Within 2 months, the six-pack was there.
Well, I had a six-pack in 2 months.
Yeah. You know, I was working out hard because I was very aggressive. Going to work, working out. And I started just reading up all the health books in the store because he sell a lot of books and all the information was there. And I just engulfed myself into the lifestyle. So I was taking in everything, whether it was good, bad, you know. And later on was able to filter out stuff. I was heavy into Dr. Lila Africa, you know, and guys like that. So, you know, that's the type of people I need in order to, you know, I need people who straight, you know. And it was a very great journey. It still is. And then to discover Dr. Sebi and what he was talking about, his modality. And so it started from there. So I was there for like 10 years at Corona's. They sell over 500 herbs on South Orange Ave. Yeah, it's a good place to be, you know. So that was it for me. But yeah, the peanut is a dangerous thing. Very, very dangerous.
So everybody's stories is heartfelt because I know they're real. I know they're sincere. You know, just a quick question. How do you guys stay so disciplined? Because at times I struggle with that. How do you guys stay so disciplined on this journey? Is it a personal thing? Is it mental? Like, how do you stay so disciplined and say, you know what, I'm not gonna eat that. This Thanksgiving was the first Thanksgiving I didn't eat nothing. I didn't eat none of this stuff. I went to a Blueberry, got breakfast, and I got a sausage zucchini bar. I got a whole cheesecake. That's my, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, for me doing that, it gave me so much confidence to be like, you know what? Maybe I can really leave this stuff alone with no problem. Like, but how do you guys stay so disciplined in your regimen every day?
I think once you gain the vitality, you don't want to lose it, and that you kind of want to keep going. Like, I'm only been doing it for 2.5 years, so I can only imagine like at 5 years, at 7 years, and each year you go it's like you get another level, you know, another chapter, and you learn something new about yourself. And, you know, after 30 years of eating horrible foods, it's not going to come out of my body in 2.5 years.
Right.
No matter how much tonics and how much tea I
Right,
drink. So
Brother.
it's going to take time for it to fully cleanse. And I believe that when I get to that level, I'll know. You know, so I don't want to start over. I don't want to start over, and because even right now, if I eat some banana chips from Jamaica or something, I'll break out.
Oh, okay.
You know, if my sister-in-law does like the laundry or something, and she does like the regular detergent, like, and I wear the clothes, my eyes will start tearing up, my skin might break out. You know, you just start to cleanse. You know, you gotta fast from a lot of things, and then pretty soon you get to where you're fasting from energies. You know,
I like that.
you don't want to be
That's
around.
a journey I'm on. I'm fasting.
You don't want to
something.
be around certain energies. You don't benefit you anymore, just like the food doesn't. So once you gain that peace, you don't want to mess it up.
What about you, brother?
I feel like what I always tell people is that the more the minerals, I don't mean the more the minerals per se, but the more you're on the minerals, you're rejuvenating your body on a cellular level. It quells the cravings for all of the foolishness that you used to love. So I was in love with carrot cake. Even though knowing that, oh man, Dr. Sebi said carrot is a hybrid. This tastes really good, but the more sea moss, the more sarsaparilla, the more burdock, the more nettle. I didn't even want the carrot cake. I didn't even crave it at all. Even going down to blueberry, and I was in love with the black and white cake. And I was like, yo, I gotta get this black and white cake.
Like, why keep you hitting though?
All right, but the more sea moss, the more all that, I might come down there and get like a Cinnabon like once every 2 weeks now, where I'm like, all right, it's a treat now. So this is actually the first time, because I've been following my plant-based journey since like 1998. So, but I was eating like French fries and broccoli.
Honestly, brother.
That's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't eating meat, but French fries and broccoli isn't healthy either, right? So learning how to eat better is learning how to get the minerals in me. It quells the cravings for all of the other things. So I don't even miss it. I'm not looking for it. But this is the first time that I understand what a cheat day is. So being on this journey since '98 and looking at everybody, and I'm always like, what's a cheat day? I don't understand. Like I eat right, like on a regular basis. I'm good, or quote unquote right, on a regular basis. But now that I get like a Cinnabon once every 2 weeks, I'm like, oh, cheat day. I get it now. Now I get it. But so for me, it started with just the internal discipline of wanting to be better, and you identify with the feeling. You go back to eating something that you shouldn't have eaten, and your body will tell you automatically.
That it shouldn't.
You don't want that feeling no more, and then the more minerals I get in me, the less I crave any of that stuff anyway. So it's pretty easy once you get the right stuff in you.
I think for me, I just gotta stay, supremely disciplined. I think being that I work out, sometimes I trick myself like, burn this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the damage is always still done. So for me, I think I just gotta stay, more disciplined and wanting to do it. Like a lot of I think my problem is real quick is that when I start seeing results, that's when I'm like, oh, I'm good now. I can do what I want to do now.
Right.
Like when I start seeing results, I just be like, oh, it's time for me to get that ice cream back up.
So I always tell my clients, you cannot out-train your nutrition. Lamar Odom is a great example of that. He used to get $100 of candy, like every day. Lamar Odom, as nice as he was, there's no reason he didn't have a longer life in the NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, besides the outside stuff, but you're eating $100 of candy. I don't care how nice you are, man. You can't sustain yourself off of that. So you can't out-train your nutrition.
Yeah, let your workout be your motivation, because the more herbs you intake, the faster you build muscle. And I believe that someone that I used to always work out, could never lose the weight. Nothing would change. My physique wouldn't really change. Maybe I'll get swole for a little bit. But once you cleanse the body, cleanse the blood, what builds the muscle is the electricity that flows through your body. So the electricity will get to your muscles faster. You'll build the muscles way quicker. And you'll do half the work. Or less than half the work. You might be doing 25% of the work and seeing way better results. Try doing that try fasting and working out.
Mm.
Try that for 7 days. He did 21 days. Try doing that for 7 days, and even after 3 days, your adrenaline is gonna double. You're gonna work out better. You're gonna have better mental clarity. It's just you gotta push through it and actually see the benefits of it. You know.
Yeah, I fasted for 21 days. That thing was hard, man. Fasting for 21 days was that was probably the hardest thing I ever done.
Mm-hmm.
I just did straight water for 21 days. I probably lost like 60 pounds
Mhm.
when I fasted. But it also taught me like discipline. It
Mhm.
gave me a lot of discipline, and then it lets you know like you don't even want certain foods no more. Like certain things you don't even like certain like you said you had a craving for carrot cake.
Mhm.
Like I used to crave like a fruit punch CNC soda. Like that was like my biggest thing.
Right,
Like,
right.
and then once I fast, it was like, oh, you don't want that no more. Or Pepsi. Like, and I wasn't mind you at this time. I had already cut off soda.
Okay.
Like, but I would probably have one probably like a month. You know, only soda I would probably be drinking here and there was like maybe if my stomach was hurting, I go grab a ginger ale
Right.
or something like that. But as far as like me just picking one up and grabbing it, nah, I wouldn't do it. Or even sweets. Like I was big on sweets too.
Mhm.
I didn't want it. Like it was just things like, me and my wife would go to Cold Stone. You know what I mean? That would be like our thing. You know, oh, let's go to Cold Stone. Let's go grab a milkshake or let's go get some ice cream.
Mhm.
And then when you actually have it, like you just, your body is literally telling you like, I don't know what the hell you doing,
Right,
but stay away from that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, like it takes discipline, but once after you start fasting and starts, you know, like really getting into it, your body tells you, it rejects. It's like, yo, you don't want that anymore. Like, stay away from that. So it was, at first I thought it was a crazy feeling, but once I started really getting into it and really understanding my body and really understanding like what's going on, it was like, you don't want that, you don't need that no way anyway, type of thing.
Right.
So
What
like,
about you, Big General?
Yeah, well, one of the things people have to recognize in terms of craving and understanding what's really going on, when something leaves in your system, that's where you talk about craving. So like a drug addict, you have him working for you and sometimes he asks you for some money up front to leave to go get a fix. Because he was working good and then as it leaves in the system, he start getting edgy. So you need to go get a fix and come back and work. So it's the same thing with the sugar cravings and all that. When it really, so once some people understand what's happening, they will know, okay, they just need to go past that. Or you could get some type of natural sweet, like a date or something, eat some dates or the mission fix or stuff like that, you know. That's all that is. In terms of cheat days, I always tell people, if you're working out all week, and you see a lot of instructors do that, you know, they tell them, working a cheat day and all that. You don't have a plan a cheat day. When that day comes, you're going to deal with it.
Right.
But if you go in a week, 2 weeks, a month, without, you know, planning a cheat day, and then the cheat day comes 6 months later, okay, cool, but then what is a cheat day?
Right.
Why would you put your body under stress for 6 days, and on the 7th day,
Right.
you think you're rewarding your body with
Right.
bad food?
Right.
Then come the next day, you're asking your body now to go above and beyond and to perform. Right. So you're really doing a disservice.
Yes, sir.
You see? All for your tongue. You see, the tongue is that unruly evil which no man could tame. You understand? And people think it's just speech, but no. The tongue don't lift anything. You say you want to lose 100 pounds. You say, the tongue say, I don't know how you're going to do that, but I'm not involved in that. You understand? Because all he want is what he want, that taste. You see? And the tongue lie, because he say you have a sweet tooth, and the tooth have nothing to do with it. The tooth ain't tasting anything. He just chomping down. So your tongue lying, and you're getting fat because of your tongue is an unruly evil. So people have to recognize that. Don't cheat yourself by saying you're having a cheat day after you ask your body, you reward your body with garbage. No, you should reward your body with something even better and say, hey, look, I got this for you.
Right.
Because I know you're performing and I want you to continue to perform because I benefit and the whole body benefited. You know? And tongue will have to fall back. You have to control your rudder because wherever you turn that rudder, you know, that's where the ship going. You have a big ship, big like this table, and the rudder small, you know, the rudder is a little thing. You understand? So you can't let this little thing just come. You have to make this control your whole ship. You know, and that's what it is about. So people have to understand these things. And you just take things one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, you know, in terms of, you know, some people could go cold turkey, some people need to take baby steps. So if you're a baby step person, at least take the step.
Right.
Don't be a baby step person and not moving. You understand? You see babies walking and you had to wait and they take the time up, but at least they're coming forward. You know, or they're going, you know, but you're not moving.
Right.
And then you're complaining. So it's just something everybody have to develop within their own self. And it becomes a way of life. So for the addict, that's what he doing. That is food for him. So he running and gunning for that. So to the person who doing what we doing or whatever, that is what. So it's second nature. You don't think about it. You walk into a place and you observe and hey, it's nothing for me. And you're cool. You ain't fussing. It's just that's how it is. You wait until, you know. Same thing with the supermarket. You know what you're looking at because 99% of the stuff there is not food.
Right.
So you just walk in and you keep it moving. But you always try to choose the best thing too. You're doing plant-based and okay, it may have some carrots in something or whatever and you have no choice or whatever and you know you eat that or whatever. But you don't go, you always try to seek the best food at the time and do what you could do. But if you're traveling and you end up in some situation, then it is where it could be, you know. But you always make the best choices or you plan. You have to plan too. I walk with my stuff, whether it's a dry coconut dates, you can walk with stuff and water. Water is the key. You know, water.
I got one quick question for you fellas. How do you guys go about seafood? Do you guys believe that seafood is bad? Like as in like shrimp, lobster, fish?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll start off with you.
Alright.
And then we'll work our way down.
Nothing is good or bad. You understand? Because fish, shrimp and all them things is good for whatever supposed to be eaten that. All animal flesh is acid. You understand? You're talking about all flesh, which is beef, shrimp, chicken, pork, turkey, they're all under the same umbrella. But because they have different taxes, they give you, and different monies, they give you these names. So they call some poultry and they say some is meat and all that. But when you eat it, your liver don't use the word poultry or whatever. Your liver said, that, look, this is uric acid. Your kidney said this is uric acid. I had to break down this. Then you're eating dairy, which is lactic acid. Milk, cheese, butter, eggs, all these things. So your kidney recognize what it is, but we call these things flan and all kind of names and filet mignon and all them things. But your organs don't know them names. You understand? Then you're eating starch, the white rice, the brown rice, and whatever else, which is carbonic acid. So it's pure acid, you see, and it's not electrical. We are highly electrical. We make up a trillions of cells, and each cell is a volt, and they all cooperate. You're not one unit. They all cooperate and you look like one unit. So you're highly electrical. You have more electricity in you than the lines passing overhead.
Yes, sir.
You see? And if your food not electric, so all these things they tell you, and to sell the product, they come up with all these names and tell you, well, the word protein and this and that. And all that is belly full. You're feeding your belly. But your cells still waiting for food because there's nothing there. It's void of nutrition. So you're going to fill your belly. By the end of the day, when you finish, you still have to call for coffee. You still have to call for a Red Bull. Because
coffee.
It's no energy. It's just a belly full you eat. So you could fill your belly all day. You get food all over the place. But no cell food.
Not true.
It's no good.
Sorry, so you got something against pescatarians. Put my brother in the fire. Put him under the fire before we wrap up.
Well, with the fish, I just believe that. I believe the same thing. We're not supposed to, as humans, we're not supposed to consume it because they're different makeup, different biological structure. They don't assimilate with us. And like shrimp and stuff like that, they have a different digestive system. They're meant to clean the ocean, not just scavenge Earth, but they clean newer toxins. They have newer toxins in them, from the ocean, from cleansing it. So, and it's like if we were to try to eat that ourselves and try to farm it or go get it, it'd be hard, for every man to go fish for themselves. If they wanted to fish, it just wouldn't make sense if you looked at it as a whole, to go out there and try to fish. I went out on a boat and they caught a fish 1,600 feet down. How would you ever do that in nature?
Dang. 1,600 feet.
Yeah, with a line, an electrical line that just pulls it all up. But they have these big boats and nets. Normally in nature, you wouldn't do that. So, besides it being bad for us and the fact that how much bacteria and worms When you catch fish, you always cut them open and look inside to see the worms. You know, when I went fishing, same thing. I'd catch a fish in the ocean or in the lake. You cut them and look inside. All right, it has no worms, or it does. You know, at least 40% of them did, 50%.
So if you had the worm in there, would you take the worm out and then cook it, or you just throw it back away? How does it really work?
It depends. Some people just cut it off. Cut it off. Just like in a meat market, if it has cancer or tumor in the meat, they just cut it.
Right.
Like a steak, they'll cut the cancer out, cut the tumor off, and serve it.
And put it for the people.
Yeah, there's plenty of butchers that do that. they admit it. You know, there's videos.
Yeah, I've seen videos of that.
Yeah. That's so the same thing in the fish. If you catch a big fish, you're like, you already killed the fish. You see a worm, you just cut it up. So we ingest those eggs. You know, and that's another thing. Like he was saying, if you understand what's going on inside, just the cravings, it's the parasites. They hijack your nerves. They literally hijack your nerves. So when they make you fiend for things. You fiend for the yeast. You fiend for sugar. And once you get it, they send a signal to your brain, and they release dopamine. So you feel great. They're literally controlling you like a host. You know, so whenever you start to cleanse, it goes into the bloodstream. You release those things. Say you start cleansing for like a year. You might release pills that you've taken when you were younger. Percocets that you've taken when you were in high school for an ache. And now those feelings come back. Damn, I want a Percocet. Or damn, I want this. Or damn, I want that. You haven't done it in 10 years. But it's just what releases into the bloodstream. The meat, the toxins, the pathogens. As soon as it hits the bloodstream, it goes into your body.
About you, my bro.
I mean, I don't have the information that these two gentlemen have.
Me neither, but I'm enjoying this. I ain't got the information neither.
So the short answer is that stuff is no good for us.
In close, we'll wrap it up, family. Listen, I'm asking all the brothers to say something to the young people. Reach out to them, you know what I'm saying? Because my brother right here, he deals with health and physics. So if you want to look like me, a little chiseled up,
There you go.
gotta go see my brother. You know what I'm saying? You want to eat? I'm getting my proper nourishment. You know what I'm saying? Mike told me the skin. You know what I'm saying? The skin thing. The skin.
Need to get to
The skin. You know what I'm saying? Show the skin. Show the skin. He don't want to do it. He want to be modest today. He don't want to do it. My brother right here, he specializes in health and fitness. Getting you right like he broke it down to you by moving of the hands. I got to throw the jabs. You know what I'm saying? So I got to keep my shoulders good.
So
I
no
don't
bench
press.
press.
No bench press.
No bench
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit. Do a push-up.
That's why we get the chest.
Push-up, standing cable
Johnny,
chest
look,
press.
Or mobility.
I want, cause, okay, I'm gonna be honest.
We can get the look as
You know,
far.
look, you know what I'm saying? You know, when the black sisters lay in the chest, they feel a little meat. You know what I'm saying? You want that in the family.
So here's a quick tip. I know we got to wrap it up. I always tell especially the gentlemen, if you want your front to look better, get into the back of your body. That's your foundation. So more rolls, more pulling. It gives you better posture, which makes your chest and makes your front look better. The more deadlifts you do, your glutes look better, so your quads look better. The more deadlifts you do at the top of the lift, the abs and the glute visibly contract. So you're working your abdominals. So you can get that six-pack from a deadlift and better posture. Even though that's not taught scientifically, but the deadlift is a holistic exercise that improves everything, literally. Fast twitch muscle fibers, the ability to sprint quicker, posture, overall strength, even diaphragmatic breathing. And that's one of the things that a lot of us don't know how to do, is just simply breathe. So the deadlift getting into the back of your body makes the front of your body look better. So guys, more pull-ups, more rolls, planks, push-ups, no bench press.
So we want the wings.
You want
we want to get the wings in the back.
You want the
so the
lats.
sisters holding the back. You want the
You want
wings.
the lats. You want the lats. That's what
You want the wings when they hold in the back. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, so before we end it,
Yes,
shout out your business, where we can find you at,
Yes, sir.
Instagram, Facebook,
Yes,
whatever, Go
On
ahead.
Instagram, I am coach.atlas, A-T-L-A-S, so it's coach, C-O-A-C-H, period, A-T-L-A-S, coach.atlas. I am the performance and program director at Architect Studio. It's 4 Lackawanna Plaza in Montclair, New Jersey. I'm an overall strength coach, Performance foundation and kettlebell protocols is my specialties. That's what I'm niched in. Sports performance or human performance enhancement, and kettlebells is, and of course pull-ups.
Pull up. Tell them how many you doing? How many you got in a set?
All right, so we train. We are called the definition: above all and below nothing. We are the definition. The definition is a dynamic fitness organization. We're based out of Orange Central Playground. Every Saturday when the weather is nice, we're out there. We don't train high volume. What we do is we do sets of 3 to 5 pull-ups. But we might do 30 to 60 sets of pull-ups though. So you can listen to your body better at a lower number. So I've had guys tell me, "Oh, we about to do 20 sets of 20." Okay. When they get to pull up 7 in that first set, it's shaky and sloppy. You got 19 more to go? Check it out. So 20 times 20 sounds like 400. We just going to do 80 sets of 5 instead. We going to listen to our body. We going to feel fine. And my first set going to look like my last set. So low numbers, high sets. Low reps, high sets. You can listen to your body better. And you don't put your nervous system in a constant state of fight or flight or being panic stricken and anxiety driven. That's no good for your nervous system. So low numbers, high sets.
Low numbers, high sets, that's the new model. Low numbers, high sets, high depth.
Yeah.
Sure, shout them out, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Wrap it up, Mike. Tell people where they can find you at, your Instagram, your business.
You can find us at Vital Vegan Cafe at Instagram, Vital Vegan Cafe NJ.
Jersey.
And you could also find us on Vital Vegan Inc. on Instagram. Or you come down to the cafe.
Tell the address.
1217 Teaneck Road, Teaneck, New Jersey.
Jersey.
By. We got sea moss, fresh herbs. We do tonics. We got sea moss smoothies, mango sea moss smoothies, blueberry sea moss smoothies. All natural, organic. We use dates as our sweeteners, no agave nectar. And any of our smoothies. So yeah, stop by, show support. If you want to learn something, I'll be there. We'll teach you something. We're gonna have classes soon.
Stop by and get that sea moss. Fresh from Jamaica.
I mean the sea moss, y'all notice that when it hits your cells.
It's the greatest thing ever.
You know, right away.
Sea moss.
Next to sour sops.
And there's no salt on the sea moss, by the way. It's not farm raised. It's not grown in salt lakes. We go to Jamaica and we harvest ourselves. We have our own divers and our own little community down there that go and harvest the good stuff. Our herbs are also from the Blue Mountains, and we try not to even.
The Blue Mountains, are the farmers up there, right?
Yeah. The Blue Mountains is a big part of Jamaica, so that's where we try to get our prodigiosa, sarsaparilla, blue vervain, all those major herbs we try to get from the mountains where they absorb the most minerals. The strong back, big roots on those, and show support. Thank you.
You know what it is. You can find me in St. Louis rolling on dubs, like my man Nelly said. Just joking. Big General, they can find you at General.
Hey, Blueberry Cafe, the Aquafit, which is the personal fitness and water bar, and also the Zucchini bar. It'll be on Central Avenue, 547 Central Avenue.
It's in Jersey.
In Jersey, yep.
You see what we doing in Jersey. You see what it is. You see everybody can't come up here and give out bars of wisdom. Like we just did.
Shout out East Orange too.
Shout out to L-Town. You know what it is.
That's Jersey, right?
Shout out my man AV. Shout out my cameraman in the building. No, you can't see it, but shout them out. They came through. I put the call out, put the back sign in the air. They said I got you. It's love. Everybody can't come up here. Shout out my man Sincere, my co-host. Shout out my brothers who came through. You know what it is. You know why we here. 245 Snyder Street, Orange, New Jersey. You know what it is. POV Podcast is here to stay. Catch us next week. We have Dr. Umar Johnson in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, from me to you, peace and prosperity, 100, love and happiness. And remember, don't eat the meat.
You're gonna have Dr.
Let your wifey do it. Hey, see you later, family.
Dr. Umar Johnson.